Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games and a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is F1 2018. It's the Manager Challenge mode, but this is a special episode. It's the year-end Week 55 episode of the year, and this time I've got a new steering wheel. First steering wheel I've had in like 20 years, so it's taken some time to get used to it, and therefore we're going to have a special practice episode. We're just going to do an exhibition Grand Prix here, and we're going to use the modern F1 cars to help me get used to driving these. At this point, it's the pedals that I'm still working on. I've done some practice off camera. I also already did my F1 2018 career mode episode, as well as a dirt rally episode, as well as just practicing with Wreckfest on my own. So I am starting to get used to the wheel. I'm getting close, and next week we will be back to regular episodes. This week we're going to go ahead and do this so we don't completely derail our own career. So I'm going to drive as Romain Grosjean, and we're going to do one of the non-standard circuits. I'm going to go ahead and do the Japan short. And let's go with just straight to the race, and we'll go 50%. AI driver level, nice and low to help me get used to the setup. Everything else will keep the same. Flashbacks will be available to me today if need be, because every once in a while they'll need be, as I'm still getting used to this. So
welcome to one of this year's most challenging races, where the combination of high speed and complex corners makes this one of the drivers' favourite tracks. It's time for the Japanese Grand Prix. So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside.
Max on pole.
Looking down the rest of the grid, we have
and that would have been in time to be the youngest
Ricciardo and Bottas,
if it were real life.
Sainz, Perez, and Fernando Alonso, Hulkenberg, Grosjean, Stoffel
12th.
Van Dorn, and
I would start
Magnussen,
12th.
Leclerc, Hartley, Marcus Ericsson, and Sergei Sorokin. Gasly and Lance Stroll rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, be wary of the cars ahead braking suddenly into one. We could ruin our race if we hit them. Good luck.
Okay, so 27 laps, 12 on the super softs, 15 on the softs. Cloudy throughout the race. And we've got 3.7 laps worth of spare fuel. Let's go ahead and take a look at the car setup. I'm going to load a setup that I used in career mode. Alright, looks like we're ready to go. As soon as we get started, I'll start talking about the wheel and what it is we have. But we're in Suzuka, Japan, ready to go racing. And the lights are out. Oh, a lot of wheel spin. I got way too hard on the gas there, too early. Woohoo! Way back around the outside and actually up a whole bunch of positions.
Illegal maneuver. Cede that position or we'll receive a penalty.
Okay. That was a lot of positions. I don't know which position. I got signs back in front of me, and the notice seemed to have gone away, so I suppose that means I'll hold the position for now. Alright, so 27 laps. Here we are on lap number 2. Straight line speed, these guys are pretty normal. It's the cornering where you can see already I'm closing them down, even though I'm not hitting the apex terribly well. Oop, little touch. Okay, DRS enabled. Alright, so I opened my wheel Christmas morning, and I'm recording this the day before posting, so I've had it for just a couple of days now. Just enough time to get a little bit of practice, but still not much.
Target +3. Let's get into mix 3 ASAP. Yellow flag.
Vettel's off. Ooh, I was too busy watching Vettel. Too busy watching Vettel. Let's go ahead and use a flashback there. But we'll wait here. Okay, there. And there's the hit, so we'll go just before the hit, right about mid apex. There we go. I'm definitely getting used to driving with the washout. Pass for now 7th place. Bottas getting pressurized by Ocon there ahead of me. Anyway, so I got my wheel Christmas morning and got a little bit of practice in, and here's what it is that I got. It's a Thrustmaster T150, which is often referred to as the king of the lowest tier, or whatever thing else similarly that it is called. Whoa. The washout got me a bunch of oversteer as I started to get loose, and in order to recover, I actually ended up going off into the grass, which meant I had to get off the gas to not turn it around while I was in the grass. Gas and grass, fun to say together. And as a result, Science got by it before I could recover, which is just fine. Got a little squirrely there again. That washout is definitely noticeable.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
No, we're not changing strategy. Anyway, Thrustmaster T150 with force feedback. Ooh. That was that washout again. Not a very good run here, otherwise I probably could have made a pass. So sitting in 8th place, not a bad place to be. Whoa! No damage, so no flashback. We'll continue on. Oh, grass though. This time we'll take it. And if I can go back far enough to avoid the first, no. I cannot. So there we are.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
No damage, just grass on the tires. Oh, tried to go around again. Just from touching that curb a little. Oh, trying to fix my pedals here. They're sliding around. I need to get some Velcro on them so they'll stay put. Might have to pause here in a moment to fix that. Anyway, Thrustmaster T150 with force feedback. The reason why they call this the king of the lowest tier is it is the closest you're going to get to the higher tier of racing wheels on the affordable price.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
What is it, by 12 or 13? Oh, pitting. Okay, I think we're going to look to get around Alonso this time. Coming up. Oh! Or just touch the curb and go off. Let's fix this though. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna take some two-sided Velcro before next week's episodes to help keep that in place. Let's go ahead and fix this mistake here.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Oh! See, I keep stepping on it there. Just a little bit. And because I didn't save it, I suppose we're going to use the flashback again. Some real crack driving from me, huh?
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Well, no pass this time. You can see how much faster I am on that corner than everybody else, though. Oh, I didn't even get on it that time. My teammate Magnussen. And I'm down a spot. I saved it that time, but track is, or the grip anyway, it's a bit on the light side right now. I don't know, maybe the tires are going off.
Let's box this lap.
Yeah, box this lap. That's probably why I'm starting to lose it, huh? Well, let's hope Magnussen's not stopping too. If he is, we are not coming in.
Pit in this lap, but remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
Okay, he's not pitting, so here we go.
Exit now.
Okay,
We're racing on
good
the
release. Good release. Now behind Perez.
Up to speed now.
Got
Let's get
2.8
some
on the stop, so that's a decent enough stop. Ooh, chance for the undercut.
Kevin is in for his stop.
Definitely closed up on Perez here. Let's see, who is it? Who is it? Signs! Yes, I've moved up. Ooh, signs is slow on his pit exit. And we get him there on turn 2. Anyway, I've got gas pedal, brake pedal. So we're back up to 8th place here. No clutch, but I've got paddle shifters.
The distance to the leader is 27.9 seconds.
Okay, thinking about it. Nope, Perez blocks. But then ends up with a bad exit, so we get the position on the next turn. And there we go, closing right up on Ocon. Best of the rest. Oh! Oh! Or not yet. I was still straight. He turned in on me. How do I avoid that when he turned in on me? Alright, go from here.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Stayed a little tighter to the inside there.
Good job, nice overtake.
Turn my mode back down here when I get a chance, which I guess will be in the straightaway. Alright, we are up to 4th place right now, as other cars are pitting. Overshot that big time though. Definitely lose some time.
4.0 seconds. Gap to teammate behind is 5.7 seconds.
Alright, so Bottas is behind me as he comes out of the pits with a bit of time lost. Anyway, so I've got pedal shifters here on this racing wheel. They are metal. The guts are metal. You just have the exterior plastic. The wheel itself is a bit small, but that's typical of racing wheels, even the more expensive ones. Whoa! Same corner. Done that a few times there, huh? Stepping on it. A little too soon.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Partly out of the race. Of course, with AI difficulty level at a 55, I should be winning this thing easily, so I clearly have some work to do. There's Hartley. The reason why I keep losing it there is you've got that little crest, and that little crest makes all the difference. get on it too fast. It's the same thing that happens at Eau Rouge. So 2.5 seconds down on Ricardo. Woo. Oh, come on. Too much. Okay, we'll go back here.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Okay, gap ahead is 2.5 seconds.
See, right here, you get that little crest, and it's right there. You get that quick, really messes with the arrow on the car. So, great job in the simulation of that by Codemasters to get that into the game. I'm assuming by now everybody's done with their pits. See, right there, there's actually a little crest as well. Alright, there is Ricardo following Hamilton. I'm closing them down a bit with 4 laps to go. I could get into a podium place. Looks like Max is still in the lead because we saw Vettel go out early. Mistake there, but decent recovery. Time lost though. And more time loss here. I think the additional time loss is the grass on the tires.
These conditions are making the line a bit greasy, but we're still nowhere near the changeover point.
Oh, is it starting to rain? It is starting to rain. No wonder it's getting slippery, huh?
Dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second.
Okay, I need to stay off the curbs. Catch it back up to these guys. Either Max has lapped somebody or Max is now been closed in on by Hamilton. As I see 3 cars up there, not 2 anymore.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Yeah, there's 4 cars up there now. There's Gasly and Sorokin. Ooh, just enough room to get by. Okay, 2 laps to go. I've got 0.7
Okay,
left.
some information on Magnussen. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Oh, poor Magnussen. That's my teammate. Definitely taking it a lot more easy through the corners.
This is your final lap. Final lap of the
0.4
race.
last lap here. It's like I'm gonna just miss the podium. There's a flag there. Somebody had a problem. Ooh, there's the problem. And it's my teammate Magnussen. Raikkonen is the race winner, not Max.
We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain.
I get DRS right there on the last lap,
Okay,
right at the end. 4th place though, solid finish. Got better as time went on, and that's the thing, getting used to this wheel comes down to a lot of laps. The only areas where I had problems is those small crests that can throw off the arrow. So part of that's car setup. Part of that is on me as a driver in general, and less about the wheel. I was definitely not running the cleanest line consistently though, so my times are definitely down.
So here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today.
Gotta figure driving the Haas,
top step once more.
I should have been a bit further back down the grid, take away some of the clear mistakes, you know, the off-track mistakes where I saved it and didn't use the flashback. And I could have probably won the race, just barely, taking those mistakes out, or at least been up in second, because, you know, there at the end, I was right behind Ricciardo and Hamilton.
It's got to be Romain Grosjean. He was in another league for me today. Really impressive.
Max finished in 6th.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
On to 10th. And remember, I started really poorly, and then came up through. I was down around 16, 17 before the first corner, and then by the time I exited turn 2, I was up to what, 8th or so, or 9th, and then I dropped back after some mistakes, and then slowly worked my way back up to eventually 4th place. I had 5 seconds to Bottas in the end. He had 5 seconds on Verstappen, who had another almost 5 on Ocon, so you can see that spread. Wow, yeah, 15 seconds to Raikkonen, so not sure if I would have won taking out those few mistakes, but I obviously less than a second behind Hamilton and Ricciardo. I would have been ahead of them without those mistakes. But it's 55 AI. So you figure maybe I could race with about 70 now and be competitive. I need to get back up to 91 where I left off in my career mode. Now, for this series, the F1 2018 Manager Challenge mode, that would put on hiatus for a week with this special episode to help me get used to the wheel. Well, that one is competitively at 70 or 75. So on that one, I suppose we are ready to go for next week. We will definitely give it a shot and continue on the journey. So I guess for now, that's going to do it for this special. I've got another episode coming up tomorrow, which actually I'm going to start working on here in a minute. It's going to be my year in review. First year of the game Decathlon is wrapped up. This is week 55, which means I started my channel a few weeks back in December a year ago. So it's been a year and a few weeks. So we're going to do our first year review, and then we'll yearly have that overlap with the calendar. So we're going to enter the 2019 year with second year of the Game Decathlon competition. I had 22 games over the course of the year that were introduced to the channel, and we have, of course, 10 currently, as that is what I'm going for. I'm trying to become the best at 10 games all at the same time. Real challenge. So be sure to check out that year in review episode, as I'm going to put a lot of extra time in to make that happen. And of course, continue checking out my racing series, Dirt Rally, F1 2018 Career Mode, and of course this one, the Manager Challenge Mode. Likewise, I have my Motorsport Manager, Pro Cycling Manager, Career, and Pro Cyclist modes on that as well. So a lot of different racing games on the channel, and of course now finally the racing wheel to go with it. High end for low end price, gotta love it. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.